The final ritual. After Nora fell into the hands of the mad doctor, the clock of horror finally began to tick. The doctor, who revealed his real name, Dr. Elias, was about to complete the sinister ritual he had started decades ago, a ritual that used the bodies of victims to bring back the soul of his daughter Myrna from the other world. But in the darkness, there might still be one last hope. Nora wakes up tied to a rusty operating table, surrounded by headless dolls and circular symbols drawn in blood on the walls. Dr. Elias whispers beside her. "You are perfection. Your young body will be the perfect vessel for Myrna's soul." On the screen behind him, footage from old cameras shows Ahmed, Khaled, Layla and Sarah locked in cages, their eyes black like those of zombies. Dr. Elias shows Nora an old journal that explains his story. Flashback. 40 years ago, his daughter Myrna suffered from a rare disease. In desperation, he turned to dark rituals from a stolen book belonging to a local tribe. But the rituals spiraled out of control, and Myrna died, transforming her soul into an evil entity that needed new bodies to return. Dr. Elias, 12 experiments failed, but you are experiment number 13, the perfect number. Nora notices an old doll placed on a nearby shelf. Suddenly, the doll's eyes glow red, and the room begins to shake. The trapped souls in the dolls whisper to her, "Break the circle! Destroy the symbols!" Nora uses her feet to roll a metal container onto the blood-drawn symbol, causing Dr. Elias to scream in agony. The ritual is interrupted, and the cages open. Ahmed and Khaled attack Dr. Elias while Layla and Sarah try to free Nora. But the controlled friends are not as they were. Their black eyes gleam with ferocity. Layla with two voices. "You can't escape. We are family now." Nora runs through the dark hallways as the sounds of battle echo behind her. Suddenly, the doll appears in her hand, pointing to a hidden path. The doll leads Nora to a secret room beneath the hospital, filled with classified files. Inside, she finds photos of past victims with failed marked on their foreheads. An old recording of Dr. Elias. "If someone finds this place, know that Myrna never dies. She is in every doll, in every shadow." A mummified corpse of a little girl wearing a white dress, Myrna. Nora hears approaching footsteps. She turns to see Dr. Elias wounded but laughing hysterically. "The ritual is complete. Myrna is here." The doll starts moving on its own, and Myrna's corpse opens its eyes, staring directly at the camera. The screen goes black, followed by the laughter of a little girl, ending in a blood-curdling scream. The Final Ritual, Part 2. Suddenly, the lights exploded in the secret room beneath the hospital. Nora stood face to face with Myrna's mummified corpse as its eyes slowly opened, radiating an eerie blend of childhood innocence and ancient malevolence. The old doll in Nora's hand trembled violently, as if warning her of the danger. Behind her, she heard Dr. Elias's insane laughter. "You are lucky. You will witness the birth of a new goddess." But Nora wasn't alone. The trapped souls in the dolls and past victims began whispering in her mind, drawing a mental map of the room. A circular symbol on the floor, the key to the ritual. With urgency, she kicked a metal container onto the symbol, shattering the bloody circle. Dr. Elias screamed as if a knife had been plunged into his heart, while the walls trembled as if the hospital itself was crying out in agony. The doll in Nora's hand suddenly ignited with blue flames, unleashing the screams of hundreds of victims used in past experiments. One by one, the spirits broke free, shattering the cages that once imprisoned them. Ahmed, Khaled and Sarah reappeared as semi-transparent ghosts, surrounding Dr. Elias and dragging him into the darkness. "This is the fate of those who defy death," Layla shouted, her voice merging with another, eerie tone. But Myrna was not so easily defeated. Her moving corpse advanced toward Nora, her long claw-like fingers brushing against her face. "I'm not the villain. I just want my father." Myrna whispered in a broken, childlike voice. The burning doll in Nora's hand fell to the ground, shattering into glass fragments that pierced Myrna's body. She let out a deafening scream that ripped through Nora's ears. Myrna's body crumbled into ashes, but her black shadow remained, staring at Nora with a mix of sorrow and rage. The hospital began to collapse. The ceiling crumbled, the hallways turned into a maze of fire and smoke. Nora raced through the corridors she had seen in Layla's nightmares, guided by the voices of the victims. "Get out! Run!" At the main entrance, she found Yasser, the mysterious young man she had met in the forest, waiting for her with an old car. "Hurry! We won't get another chance," he yelled, pulling her inside. But just before the doors shut, Nora saw Dr. Elias's tall shadow standing on the hospital rooftop, holding the shattered doll, laughing. "The game isn't over yet," he whispered as the flames swallowed him. The hospital completely collapsed, leaving behind a cloud of dust and distant screams. Days later, Nora returned to the ruins with the police, but they found no bodies. Not Dr. Elias, not her friends, not even Myrna's ashes. All that remained was the doll, perfectly intact, lying in the center of the rubble. Its eyes were wide open, just like before. When Nora touched it, she heard one final whisper, "You're next." That night, as Nora tried to sleep, she looked in the mirror. Myrna's reflection was there, waving at her with a smile. Behind her, the shadows of her lost friends pointed directly at her. When she turned around, no one was there. But the doll was now sitting by the window, holding a small note in its tiny hand. Next episode. The battle is over, but the shadows remain. Will Nora break the curse forever, or will Myrna continue to haunt the living, searching for a new body? The choice is yours. And now, dear viewer, should we continue the story or stop here?